I have some teachers' friend. They told me when they conduct PE lessons for primary school students, right? And as the student practice, right, after a while, some of the students will start to go to the side and they start to rest, and then they'll start chit-chatting. Then my friends will find it very difficult to get the students back into the lesson. So what will you do?
Okay, I think this happen a lot in the lower primary. What I'm hearing is the good thing is your friend actually has a plan, a very solid lesson plan, and that is a good start to have. What he or she can actually do better is actually to also ensure that the students know what they need to do, the routine, when they want to sit out of the lesson. So if they just sit out on their own, chances are they are very happy because they get to chit-chat with their friends. And they enjoy the chit-chat moment versus an active moment in the class. But let's say a child is unwell, generally, I think it's okay to sit out after informing the teacher and not just walk out to the side. However, I always set the rule in the class that if anyone don't feel well, they should inform at the start of the lesson. Not like halfway through, unless they are really unwell, like vomiting and all that. So the class routine is very, very important to allow the child to know that I should actually join in the lesson rather than sitting at the side. If they sit at the side, you can actually assign a task for them to observe the lesson, to learn the lesson, so that they are not distracted and chit-chat to their friends. Another thing is also to vary the pace of the lesson. If the child is always going to the side, one of the reasons could be it's too challenging for the child. Okay, the other thing it could be because the task is too long. So the plan may be very well, but it may not fit to the class because every class is different. So I will check on the pace, I will vary the task based on the response of my students as well.
How do you check on the pace? Is it like you start to see like, wow, they are slowly getting a little bit unmotivated, then you...
Generally, like about close to 3 to 5 students off task, something is not so sound. I could actually sense it already. So a good start for beginner teachers is if you have one, I think is okay. But if you have like 3 or 4 starting to work out, then the question to ask yourself, is it too difficult? Is it too fast or too slow the pace? The other way is also best thing is to check in with the child themselves to find out the reason why they are sitting out. Student means student, they are able to tell you themselves, oh, actually I find that it's too difficult for me. I cannot catch. I find it's very boring. So what is boring to them? Ask them to elaborate more, and that will help a lot more.
If they sit out, if they became unmotivated, they're off task, right? Then we don't do something, we don't ask them, and then we don't talk to them, right? Somehow they would think that this teacher, the standard too high, I can't be included in lesson because everybody can do it, I can't do it. Then after sometimes they just, and then when they sit out and then there was no consequence, right? Then they will start doing that again and again and again, that become a habit,
So there were cases where my students sit out and they saw how fun the lesson is and they want to come back. They say, oh, they are okay already. So I told them that since you made the decision to sit out because you said that you were unwell, you will sit out for the rest of the lesson. That is also a way to let them realize that the consequences of the action that they made a decision that, oh, I'm unwell, I cannot be 1 minute unwell and then the next minute I'm well straight away and I want to join back because it is fun to them. So then they learn that, okay, the next lesson I make sure that I stay throughout rather than I just based on my mood.
I think you point out we can manage all we want, but the most important thing is our lesson, is our task manageable for them, fun for them, challenging enough for them. If they think that staying out is like a torture, they rather play the game.
So for my school in particular, in the start of the year, we actually have like worksheets that we prepare for the students who choose to sit out. They will be required to complete the worksheet related to PE lesson. So some of them really don't want to sit out because they don't want to complete the PE worksheets. They of course want to play with their friends instead. So that's one of the solutions that we also found out that it actually works. So after a while, once the routine is in place, you will realize that the fall rate is getting lesser and lesser, especially when the students get to know each other better, then they want to be more inclusive also.